Hi, I'm back today to do another book review. I was definitely on a downward slump with my reading, and I have gotten two really great books back to back. Now, the one I'm going to talk about today is my best friend's Exorcism. Now, before I even say anything, I want to look at the cover. It's such a great cover. It's obviously supposed to look like an old VHS cover, but those old ones that are like early 80s, I feel like. Not the, maybe the ones in the 90s, it's that like kind of bulkier look, and it just looks so good. It has like the little stickers on it. This is very like kind of 80s movie poster. The back sort of seems more like a movie. The pictures on it look more like a movie, and it's so cool. I think that's probably one of the coolest things about this book. So that's what I was most attracted to. There is another book cover that looks like a yearbook photo, like with all the different people. And I like that one. It has the girl, like her head is like turned backwards, and I think it's bending back. But this is the best cover ever. So that's what attracted me to this book in the first place. This isn't a story I would normally go for. It's obviously about an exorcism, and that's not really something I read about ever, but I wanted to read this. I almost bought it like a month ago, and I was like, no, I'm not going to buy it. I really try to avoid buying new books unless I know I'm going to really, really like them. But I just kept this one in my mind. I finally cracked, and I thought it's perfect to read around Halloween. And so that's what I wanted. And I have to say, this really lived up to the hype that I gave to it. I really wanted to like this. There's nothing worse than thinking a story sounds good, thinking the book cover looks good, and then you end up with a dud. So this one was so good. I had never heard the term trom-com before. I'm not sure. It's in this little like front part where it has like reviews on it, and it was Wired magazine calls it a trom-com. My best friend's Exorcism is a little bit 666, a little bit 16 candles, and that's really how it is. This book has that kind of Stranger Things where it has that perfect blend of like old nostalgic 80s. I was an 80s kid. I was young though in the 80s, but it has that vibe. It's so perfect for that. Detail before I even go into the content is all of the titles. This is called That's What Friends Are For. All of the chapter titles are songs from this time period, which I thought was a nice touch, and they go with what the chapter is going to be about. So I thought that was really, really cool. The basic storyline is literally just a coming of age. These two girls, Gretchen and Abby, become friends when they're younger. They're kind of a little bit of an outcast or whatever. They're both kind of outcasts, I guess. And they just become BFFs, and they talk about all the different things that they do and their little like friendship things that they do. Everybody's best friendship is very unique to them, and you have all of your inside jokes and all of that stuff, and so you kind of get to know them. And then one night they're with two other friends. They go swimming, they go skinny dipping, and things go awry. Gretchen goes missing for the night. They find her in the morning, and she is very different. And I felt like the best thing about this book is that it was so visual. I felt like it was almost like I'd seen the story before kind of thing, because it pulls different details, but it didn't feel redundant. I wanted to read every detail. I am a paragraph skipper. If something is boring, if there's too much detail or anything like that, I want to skip that if it's boring me. And this one I wanted to read every single detail, and so that's saying a lot for me. And I loved that it ends up being, it ends up being silly. There's some, nudity and drug use, and it's very that like kind of teen movie feel, but it really ends up being about friends and best friends and what you'll do for your best friends and things like that. But then it obviously has the demonic charm as well. I am so glad I read this around Halloween. I don't usually do like themed books for holidays, but it kind of made me want to try, because obviously this time of year is very holiday heavy. So next month is November and it's Thanksgiving, and then there's Christmas, and I kind of want to try to find themed books for those two. I'm not sure about Thanksgiving. I feel like if I find one for Thanksgiving, it'll be about like maybe like some family drama and stuff, but I'm gonna try to do that because I really enjoyed this, and this was kind of like what put me in the Halloween mood. I haven't watched any Halloween movies yet. So that's it, but I just wanted to put this out here because I haven't really heard a lot of people talking about this, but it was so good. Like, this is one that I'm going to tell other people to read. It's super enjoyable, and I mean the cover is so good, right? So that's everything I have to say about this. I appreciate you watching. If you did, if you have read this, I love to hear other people's opinions, things that they liked, things that they didn't like, and all of that. So please leave a comment if you've read it or if you want to read it, and I hope you have a happy day. See you later. Bye.